Hello and welcome. This is our first informational video for the Metro Phoenix Songwriters and Home Audio Recording Group. Now what this group does is puts people together to collaborate on songs. We don't necessarily always get together and play songs in the same room, but we collaborate through the web. And we do that with a DropBox. Now a DropBox is a way for you to upload your audio files, and those audio files can be mixed together for the song. So that way everyone can participate, whether you play bass, drums, guitar, or sing, or whatever you do. So if you'd like to see what's on the Dropbox and maybe collaborate on some of these songs, basically you'll go to dropbox.com and you'll go to the Sign In. Now on the Sign In page, it needs you to put in an email address. And the email address for this is phx-metromusic@mmatera.com. And then enter the password, which once you've joined the group, you can contact one of the group members and get the password. And sign in. So now we're in the Dropbox. We have some folders in here, places to store projects and information. So the first folder is recording projects. So any music that you're working on will go into this folder, and we'll show you more about that in a second. Then we have a recording info and resources. What we're going to do with this is add links or information to interesting things. You know, some technology might be software, hardware, little tricks on how to get something to work. I don't really know what's going to be in there, but it might be interesting. Then we have something here that says, watch this video now. So that would probably be a pretty good indication that you should watch this video now. Hopefully that's what brought you to the video that you're watching now. Here it says, or read this information. And that's what we're actually going to look at, is to see what that information is. So this is how to submit a song. So if you want to put things on our Dropbox, you have to kind of follow these rules. The first is we want to keep a structure on how the songs are stored. So the first thing you want to do is to create a project folder. So this would be created using the name of your song. Could just be a working name. Don't worry about it. You can always rename it later. Now we want to save your original seed song into that main folder. In there we're going to have 3 subfolders. One is called Raw Tracks. The other one is for lyrics, and the third one is mixes. Now what does that mean? Well, whenever we submit something, we submit our songs using a WAV file. Every individual instrument or vocal track should be on its own separate WAV. Those tracks get saved to the Raw Tracks folder. Now once you've taken all those raw tracks and you've mixed them together to create a song, you could save those final mixes into the mixes folder. That way somebody can go click on the mixes and just hear what the song is going to sound like, instead of having to hear all of these miscellaneous tracks that made up the song. Now, of course, each of you working on the project, feel free to make up your own mix. It would be interesting to have several different mixes there and hear the way it comes out when different people work with it. Now, it might seem like a real pain to create all these tracks with all this words and verbiage, and it is. So we've made it easy. The easiest thing to do is to right-click over the folder named Blank Project Folder. Now, we've created this folder for you already. Once you right-click on top of that, you can select Copy. Now pick the Recording Collaborations folder. That's where you're going to copy it to, and then press the copy button. Now we're going to show you how to do this in a minute. Once you're done making a copy, you want to mouse over that folder, right-click, and then rename that to whatever you want to call the name of your project. Now also in your project folder, with whatever your song is, you should have some kind of a text file or a Word document or a PDF or something that will include some information about the song. So you could tell us what the song is about, what your feelings are about the song, but the important information that we need is the number of beats per minute, the time signature that the song is in, and the key, if you know it. If you've already put some music to it, what is the basic chord structure? Or at least what notes your seed song is actually playing, so that other people that want to add to it don't have to deconstruct the song in order to contribute to the song. Now, if you hear the song a certain way, you hear it as a bluesy kind of a song or a country song or a rap song, whatever, you can also put that in your description. Just be advised that no one is under any obligation to mix it exactly the way you see it. You can take the contents that are submitted and mix it any way you like, and so can they. Now, when you're submitting audio for your song, there should be at least one measure that leads in with a click beat. So if it's a 4/4 song, there should be 4 beats leading in to the intro to the song. We generally use WAV files for mixing. So when you submit something to the raw tracks folder, you can upload an MP3 file if you want, but MP3 is not the best quality of audio. So that's generally why we use WAV files, because they're a much better quality of audio. Single instruments on raw tracks, multiple instruments in a mix. So in other words, when you're submitting something to put into that raw track folder, you should be submitting a WAV file that has a single instrument on it. Now maybe you're going to submit some guitar work, some drum work. That would be 2 separate files that you're going to submit. And the idea is that people can drop your guitar track in a guitar track or the drums in a drum track and mix the levels or add effects independently of each one. Upload any new tracks that you want. Again, a new track is going to be a single instrument, not the complete mix. And make sure you put that in the raw tracks folder. Feel free to do a mix of everything that you've got, but just make sure you put that in the mixes folder. So that's really the essence of using the Dropbox. Let me show you how that works. So I'm going to take this blank project folder. I'm going to right-click my mouse. I'm going to tell it to make a copy of that. It says, where do you want to copy that to? I want to put that in the Recording Projects folder, and I'll hit copy. So now I have a duplicate of this folder. So now I can right-click on this and rename it. Give it whatever name you want it to have. And now go into that folder, submit all the individual tracks for all the individual instruments into this folder, lyrics, or if you've mixed all your tracks together, you can add a mix in here. Try and keep this organized. It can get to be a real mess if people don't copy things to the right place. If you follow these rules, everything will be easy to find. And we can all have a lot of fun recording, mixing, and creating music. See you at the next meeting.